As you heard there, €8 billion worth of spending announced over the next 4 years, and a few eye-catching measures such as improved state-subsidised childcare for some of the country's poorest families, improved access to school canteens, a lot of money going into jobs training schemes. But this is also really, as you heard in that soundbite from Emmanuel Macron, about a change of ethos. He said this is not about attacking the welfare state. He says the welfare state, which has been built in France since the Second World War, is something of which the country is duly proud, but it's become, first of all, too complicated, and secondly, no longer fit for purpose. There are many different kinds of benefit payments here in France, for example. Emmanuel Macron wants that system simplified. It all put ideally into a single payment. As I said, above all, a change of ethos, really. He argues that the current system is basically locking people into poverty rather than helping them out of it. One statistic which he kept coming back to was that if you let the system continue as it is at the moment, to continue its natural course, as it were, that somebody who is right down in the lowest paid part of society at the moment, it would take them 6 generations to achieve the median salary here in France and join the middle classes. He wants to see people actively helped out of poverty and back into work and training.
Chris, President Macron here in France has been criticized as being the president of the wealthy. How much of this is also about him just trying to change his image?
Well, it is true. This is the kind of announcement which might normally have been made by a minister rather than by the president himself here in the Museum of Mankind in central Paris. That reputation, that moniker, the president of the rich, is a favourite with the media, a favourite with his opponents on the left here in France. It comes in the wake of several pro-business reforms in his first term in office, and that is a problem for the president. His popularity rating has been sliding. He owed his election, remember, to a lot of centrist and moderate left voters, who he's obviously keen to keep on side. And today, as such, did offer him an opportunity to perhaps move the debate here in France back onto the social side of his politics. But again, he was very sort of keen to stress really that as he sees it, the business side of his politics and the social side go hand in hand. Ultimately, the country has to attract investment and create wealth in order to be able to redistribute it. He said he wanted to break away from both traditional right-wing solutions to welfare, namely in terms of cutting payments, but also some of the solutions which have been put forward by the French left in the past, namely state payouts, as he sees it, simply locking people into the same place in the social structure.